Today on Eat Like a Local, this is gonna be an amazing day. We're gonna go over the city, eating Pakistani food. Not a cuisine that I've grown up with. I didn't have this in Oklahoma. When I moved down here, I didn't really understand it. And so today, I get to go hang out with a good friend of mine, Abbas Dhanani, who is gonna show me the ropes.
Absolutely, it is so special that we can put Pakistani food on such a stage like that, because it's not something that we get to do very often.
Yeah, so this is gonna be great. It's gonna be absolutely fantastic. Let's get going.
We're at Bismillah Restaurant Cafe, iconic, classic Pakistani restaurant that's been in business for over 30 years.
I can get that old school biryani and the old school breakfast, but I can get a burger and some wings.
Yep, and you can get a pizza with Nihari kebab on it, you know?
See, I don't know outside of Houston where that could be. So, all right, well, let's go in and meet the family. Let's go in and eat something. All right, thank you.
This is a Pakistani omelet.
And what does Bismillah mean?
So Bismillah is a very, very religious and sacred word to us. Anytime we start something, we start it with Bismillah. It's almost like you're blessing your meal. Or if you open a page of the Quran, you make sure you start with Bismillah. Anytime you start anything, you start it with Bismillah. It's essentially the word that we say the most, and they've turned it into the name of their restaurant.
Well, because then you associate it.
Yeah,
right? You're associating this with something good.
Yeah.
But you said this has been here?
Over 30 years now. Yeah, so it was started by the moguls, Inam and Huma's parents, as Bismillah restaurant. So if you ask any like old school Houstonian Pakistani, they'll tell you they used to come to Bismillah and get like the traditional Pakistani food. At some point, Inam turned it into Bismillah Cafe, which was its own restaurant, right? And started doing more of like an American fusion. His parents are retired now, so now we're in Bismillah Restaurant and Cafe. It's all one now.
We're gonna give you the classics, but we're gonna give you the newer kind of street foodie, but also handhelds.
Exactly, yeah.
I like that.
When I come here, I'm coming for the bun kebabs and the breakfast and the snacks and the chaat.
Bun kebab.
Bun kebab, yeah. So bun kebab is like Pakistani's answer to a burger. You start off with either a chicken, a beef, or a potato. You mix it with lentils, you stew it. Then you form it into a patty, dip it in an egg mixture, and you're essentially grilling it on a flat top or a pan, but you're using enough oil, it's pretty much fried.
So it's pan frying?
Yeah, pan fried.
Where you could call it grilled.
It's fine. Pakistani food, we weren't putting food between buns. Someone was making street food in Pakistan and was like, we need to figure out a way to put our protein between buns.
I've seen this everywhere. Maybe we should try this out.
Very, very popular here in Houston, especially here at Bismillah.
I mean, all of this seems very classic, and then you throw the bun in, right? This is, I've always known as pani puri.
Yeah, so pani, very similar. Pani puri, pani means water. Puri is the little shell that it goes into. This is dahi puri. Dahi means yogurt. Dahi, yeah. So more of like a creamy texture.
That's awesome. I mean, it's got the sweetness and tamarindy and yogurty. And that's really delicious. Where do we go next?
Let's start with some breakfast. There's a variety of different carbs and breads in Pakistani cuisine. You have your naans, you have your parathas, you have your rotis. This is a paratha. This is what you want to eat when you're eating traditional Pakistani breakfast. Whether it's like a Saturday morning, something my mom cooks up for me, or it's Ramadan and I'm about to start my fast. Okay, this is the type of stuff that I'm gonna eat. So you have your traditional Pakistani omelet, which you can eat on its own as well with roti or paratha. A lot of times they will pair it with keema, which is like a ground beef.
And this?
This is a mango pickle, right? So it's something you kind of just eat on the side, you nibble on in between bites.
Salty, spicy, intense flavors.
Yeah.
So this is the move. Do I wrap?
I'll teach you right now. Put it into your plate. So I got my keema. I got my omelet. All right. So what we do traditionally, you take your paratha, hold it like that, and then you want to use this as like a spoon. Everything you're gonna eat, you're gonna scoop it with this.
Okay.
So we're gonna take a little bit of the omelet. We're gonna take a little bit of the keema, scoop it up. Your perfect bite.
You're not kidding. That's really delicious.
We have like Indian or Pakistani chai with this, which is tea. which is, you know, kind of cuts the flavors that you're having right now. Oh, there we go.
Speaking of,
It could be made with water, milk, and then you add as much sugar as you'd like. I use like 4 or 5 packets. Maybe don't do that. I think it would be only right to move into that dish in the corner right there. This is like a chickpea and potato curry. So this to me is screaming like Eid morning. We just got done fasting for 30 days. It feels weird to eat when the sun is out. This is what we're about to eat right now. And same deal here. Use the paratha.
you got to be very picky in how you break your bread up. You don't want little pieces like that.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly.
You
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta set yourself up for success.
It's not overly spiced.
Yeah.
It's texturally pleasing. She also brought this out.
Yeah. So this is another very traditional Pakistani breakfast item, right? But this is on the sweeter side.
That's got a little landmine in it too.
And there's a lot of that in Pakistani dishes. You wanna. That's why we eat so much with our hands, is because like
You want to feel the cardamom seeds?
Yeah, you want to make sure that you're sifting through that stuff. You know, you definitely don't want to bite into that.
No.
And we're not using a cheesecloth. It's right in there.
Yeah, no, it's great.
So this is suji halwa, which is like a semolina, but it's almost like a breakfast meets dessert.
That is delicious, like cream of wheat
Yeah, yeah.
in my head. So let's get into bun.
So this is the bun kebab, Pakistani answer to the American burger.
Ooh, it's a double patty.
That's the double bun kebab with egg. Oh, they've thrown like an omelet-like egg in between both patties. So it eats like a burger, but there's so much depth and Pakistani flavor in this. Growing up in school, like kids were bringing peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and turkey sandwiches and what have you, but my mom was packing this for me.
You grew up in Houston?
Yep, born and raised.
You've been in the restaurant business almost all your life, though.
All my life. So at Burger Bodega, you have a double smash burger. At Bismillah, you have a double bun kebab with egg. Right?
That's pretty good. It doesn't say I'm eating a burger.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
but it
yeah.
says I'm eating something that represents this in a culture that doesn't traditionally have something like that. And I love that.
Yeah. I don't think you can get any other Pakistani food that comes on a brioche bun.
All right, and then
This has to be the most popular Pakistani dish of all time. I'm going to say this on the record right now. I think Bismillah has one of the best biryanis in town. So it's essentially a chicken curry that's made, right? Marinated chicken made into a curry, then layered with rice.
and then choice of protein or vegetable.
Yep,
Always,
exactly.
right?
Sometimes you'll even see potatoes, which there's arguments like, does potatoes belong in biryani or does it not belong in biryani?
Oh, really? That's
to
a
me, it does.
controversial subject.
To me, it does. You have utensils right here, but do you want to go traditional or do you want to?
Hit me up.
All right. Your hand's gonna be everything right here, right? It's gonna sift through all like the spices and everything else. So we're gonna take a little piece of our chicken right here. You wanna essentially scoop up your ideal bite.
Fork, spoon, hand, dump truck, shovel. This is so good.
These are rice dishes. You don't take paratha or roti or naan. This is it.
All right, so sweet lassi, is that what she said?
Yeah. A little bit of sweet, a little bit of sour.
I mean, that's just like sweet yogurt, icy, frothy, but has all the like nice subtle spices to it. You came in and got, the bun, and that is your your like burger and shake. All right, what's the order, Bismillah? Man, you got to start with this Anakima paratha, eggs, a little beef curry, this beautifully made paratha. It's fantastic. Then step into the beef bun kebab. When you talk about this is a burger, but it is beef cooked down with lentils and eggs, chilled, pureed together, pattied, and then seared again. A little egg on top. Absolutely fantastic. Then step into some of the chat, the Dani Puri, Sev Puri, always good snacks, grill items. Get that chicken boti, grab yourself a curry, and then the star of the show, the biryani. This biryani is legendary. So next,
Agas.
Abbas. That is a sweet ride. Now we're into August. That thing goes all the way down and way on back.
At one point, they were using the banquet hall for banquets, but they realized that they don't have enough seating for their restaurant. Now it holds 750 people. Is that crazy?
All right. And you guys are world, at this point, world renowned. Why is that? What is it that you're doing? What's your secret sauce?
Business is there to make money.
Yeah.
Abbas has become an institution in a sense of we take pride in being involved in the community. We take great care of our staff. We go above and beyond for customers. Our customers are not a dollar sign to us. They're our guests. They come to Abbas for a great experience, not just to come, eat, and go. What makes Abbas success is staff. And then my brothers, man. Without them, Abbas would not be Abbas. And then chefs. We have 3 from Pakistan, 3 from India, 1 from Bangladesh. So they bring that experience into Abbas.
For not ever being in the restaurant business before this, you figured it out.
When we first started, we did probably 20 orders a day, takeout orders. Now, on the weekend, sometimes our ticket goes up to 14, 15, 1,600 orders, takeout orders.
Come on, man.
When we had 20 orders, it was easy to carry it out to the front from the kitchen. But when you have over 1,000 orders being processed, it's not as easy. So we had to create system for it. The conveyor belt, it basically takes away a lot of your hard work.
But you also said you have like an order command center.
We have a call center set up where our operator take orders, and order directly goes into the system and prints right here in the kitchen.
Never have I ever heard anything like that.
So we don't have
15,000 square feet.
15,100 square foot restaurant.
Very humble joint.
And capacity of 750 people easily.
The fact that 800 people want to show up at the same time, pretty amazing.
Yeah, it took some time, bring things together, good food, great service.
Well, and also you don't feel out of place,
Exactly.
right? You're welcomed with open arms.
They really brought the service component to Pakistani restaurants. And we didn't have that before. And now you see Pakistani restaurants around the nation try to replicate the same service that Abbas had.
because they're rocking 4,000 a day. Like, anybody in this country wants to do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you are very community-minded. You go outside of the box and make sure your community is well taken care of and well fed.
Serving good food, giving good service, making money. To me, that's not enough. Every year we do college scholarships, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000.
There's no restaurants doing that.
Yeah, no, for sure. And can I add to the Ramadan buffet that you do? You know, there's so much food insecurity in Houston that we don't even realize. And Abbas, no questions asked, has a full buffet of food out on the sidewalk and where anyone can just come and eat.
Every day, 30 days.
And I doubt it's just chickpeas and lentils. I imagine you.
Oh, no.
I see it in you that you're like, oh no, we're doing this spread.
Every single person until the last person is served, we have food available.
All right, chef.
So this is the beef samosa.
This is yeah.
There's not a lot of Pakistani places that you get beef and aloo or potato samosas. So you have more of an Indian influence here in your potato samosa. And then you have what I'm used to, what I grew up with, and every Pakistani kid grew up with, is the beef samosa.
And the chutney is
This
tamarind?
is tamarind chutney, yeah. I can eat a dozen of these shamelessly.
I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it. So good. And beef samosa is definitely a Pakistani thing.
Yep. The egg roll-like texture.
Yeah.
The Indian potato one is more dough-based, right?
Yeah.
Or flour, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, come on. There's every seasoning in there.
Yeah.
They're all there.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah, there's a whole party in there.
A lot of work goes into this, making one of these.
Yeah.
This is where the chefs come in and say, this is what they do.
What is this?
It's a chicken lollipop.
A chicken lollipop.
Put some of this sauce on it. It's a hot and spicy sauce.
All right, a minute. You must go through 1,000,000 of these things. It's like a sweet chili sauce. That is delicious.
Right?
You know what I like about chicken lollipop? So many kids come and enjoy it. Great thing to see.
I feel like a kid right now. I'm just gonna give you the next business plan. Super Bowl, you just need to do the chicken lollipop mountain. I just have it stacked like, you know what a croquembouche looks like? The little pastry thing that goes up and like,
Okay, yeah.
just one of those of chicken lollipops. Boss, let's get some chops, baby. So you say this is what people just,
Die for.
That
it goes to a
marinade,
different level.
oh my. That's fantastic. Perfectly cooked, textured.
Well, y'all made goat chops what they are, right?
Exactly.
No restaurant was
That's our
serving.
signature,
Yeah,
yeah.
no restaurants were serving it before. If you're coming to Agas, you're not getting the goat chops, and you're doing it wrong. The most famous dish at Agas, what they're really known for, at the core is the goat chops. They're grilling it over open flame right here. This is the conveyor belt. He was mentioning that on Fridays and Saturdays they have anywhere from 1,400 to 1,600 takeout orders. You got one coming right here. And for that reason, they had to add this conveyor belt to make things easier on their staff. I wish we needed a conveyor belt for our burgers. That'd be crazy. All right, so we got the curry station right here. So you got all different types of curries. This right here is a karai. So this karai is gonna go straight onto somebody's table right after it's taken off the stove right here.
This is just the basic, original, classic karai.
So this is just like tomato, a little bit of chili, onion,
Ginger.
base flavors, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then walk me through this.
This is karai to the next level right here. It's Pakistani barbecue meets karai. So you barbecue beef seekh kebabs, you put it in the karai, and there's a creamy gravy sauce. It's like a karai Alfredo.
And this is, again,
Nihari, beef
Nihari.
nihari. Yeah. Okay, so not traditionally eaten with rice, okay? However, I believe that nihari should be eaten with the rice.
Come on, Chris, I want to eat, man.
everything about this says bowl of rice. What he says is no.
I'm telling you, they look at me like
got something figured out.
they look at me like I'm crazy.
Man, this is fried paratha.
Correct.
That's
That is
delicious.
So good.
Super flaky. That looks outstanding. So this is the goat.
Yep.
Boom.
It's gonna be very tender. When you put it in your mouth, there are like gazillion flavors talking
That's
to
so
you.
much. And the depth of flavor is just, it's that Sunday braise. Wow. That deserves a special moment
The nihari?
just for on its own.
Naan showed up. It's a freshly baked.
Wow. I'm gonna take one of these.
How about that naan?
Come on.
Beautiful.
In a restaurant this size that does this many covers, that came out in 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Hot, fresh. That's ridiculous. All of this is ridiculous.
And to think that this nihari, it started off as a way to feed labor workers, right? In Lucknow, India, they would eat nihari, then work all day. For me, if I'm eating nihari, I'm taking a nap after that.
That?
Yeah.
Done.
Right?
It has become a classic where every household eats nihari. You don't order beef nihari. Nihari is a beef nihari.
Yeah,
It's just that's how it is.
There you
That's
go,
how it
yeah.
is. Yeah.
You walk in and say, I want chicken nihari, people look at you sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like putting rice with your nihari, right?
You make up a new menu out of it.
Yeah. I'll put a Abbas's dish.
A boss's dish.
We're gonna try something sweet, guys.
Oh, boy.
We gotta have some dessert.
Okay, yeah.
So one of the tradition in our culture is after a meal, you eat a paan.
Oh, this is gonna be. I am looking forward to your face after you eat this thing.
I ate a what?
Paan. So this is Aga's specialty. It's made from fresh carrots.
A little gulab jamun on top?
It's gulab jamun on it, and also gulab jamun mixed in
I
it.
can see it kind of smashed up in there. See, you're taking the goodness of the gulab jamun and just kind of smashing that and mixing carrots into it, making it a little healthy. But I don't think it's as healthy as what I'm thinking, right?
Then this is Indian ice cream,
Kulfi?
kulfi, and the combination between hot and cold is
So wait,
amazing.
this is hot. I mean, there's not a lot of times that I just get giggly. That's insanely delicious.
It's got different textures, right? Look at this faludas all over everywhere.
I mean, that looks like a challenge.
You know, in back home, when they serve this, it's in a platter and it's everywhere.
I remember getting these in disposable plates and bowls back in the day, right?
Oh, what is that?
These are noodles.
You got some noodles and nuts and some jellies and ice cream?
Chris, my last meal of my life would be this. This got everything in it.
It's got rose syrup, but like you've got pistachios, you've got these little jelly noodles, you got chia seed, you got ice cream, big chunks of jelly. If you like things that are texturally pleasing and different, this is it.
One of the tradition in our culture is after a meal, you eat a paan.
Oh, this is gonna be. I am looking forward to your face after you eat this thing.
I ate a what?
Paan.
I'm down.
Because Chris doesn't know what it is.
Not a clue.
Imagine,
this is a thing, though.
Yeah, it's like almost like a palate cleanser after dessert.
Yeah.
I'm in. I love it. You know what? Because I saw when I walked in the door, it was like, there's the window up there.
You'll see paan stations just like this everywhere, right? In Pakistan, India. And what they'll do is they'll make it and they'll put it right into your mouth.
Yeah.
So you don't get to second guess it. I'm excited, slightly nervous. Is it bitter? I don't want to know. It's got like dried fruits.
Try that.
That's about as aromatic can get. Okay, I'm ready. You eat the whole thing?
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
I'm getting the aroma from here.
There's so much.
Yeah.
Look, it smells like flowers.
How are you feeling about the textures?
It's interesting because there's like crunchy, there's definitely the seeds, but then there's like the jelly and the liquid.
I'm surprised you ate it all.
That was a lot.
Such a pleasure having both of you guys.
Thank you.
Chatting with you, learning things from you guys. And I got a spot to go now for burger.
All right, so what to get at August? The chicken lollipops, beef keema samosa, fantastic. Goat chops, that is a definite yes. And then move into some of the karais, the chicken kebab, white karai. Get yourself the beef Bihari karai, beef nihari. Then the palak paneer. Then for dessert, a mid-Thai chat, warm and fantastic. What an amazing day. Abbas showed us Pakistani cuisine through his eyes, right? Bismillah, Agas, very classic places in our city. This isn't something that I've grown up with, and I got to see something new and exciting. That's why I love this program so much. It's because I get to learn too. Now, it only works if you go eat it as well. So until then, what's next? Who knows? I'm gonna learn something new for sure.
I get nervous around Chris Shepard too, so.
Chicken wings and mango pickle.
There you go.
I should start a band. It'd be a great name.